All right, guys. So I'm still in Mexico in the hotel room right now. I forgot my microphone. I thought I brought an extra mic, a small one that I had and bought a while back. Thought I packed it. Apparently I didn't. But this was kind of a spur of the moment watch. Sweet Revenge, which is the new short film in the Jason universe. Basically, what is kickstarting what is now being called the Jason universe. And this Jason universe is going to lead into the Camp Crystal Lake prequel series that we've been waiting for a long time now, as well as a new feature-length Friday film, which we haven't gotten in 16 years because of all the copyright issues between Victor Miller and Cunningham and whoever else is involved. It's a mess. So apparently there's a new Friday film in production and a sequel video game. I didn't look into that much. I don't know if it's a sequel to Friday the 13th, the game, which I really did enjoy. Despite all the network issues, the connectivity problems, the glitches, it didn't have that great of a launch. But they did a great job with that game until the lawsuit, happened and they had to discontinue everything with it. So we're getting a lot of stuff in the Friday the 13th universe in the near to not so near, but not too distant future. And perfect timing with this short film being the 45th anniversary of the original Friday the 13th this year. But this short film, Sweet Revenge, again, I guess with issues with the copyrights, they couldn't put Friday the 13th in the title, but it's directed by Mike P. Nelson, who directed the Wrong Turn reboot from 2021. He did one of the segments for VHS 85, I think, which is one of my least favorite in that series. And he is directing, or directed, it's done, the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake that we're getting this December. And while this short film does have the Friday feel, it also feels like a proof of concept. That's exactly what this feels like. And I would bet that this is exactly what this short film was meant to be. A proof of concept to show off, one, Greg Nicotero of K&B Effects. He did the new design for Jason. So to show that new design of Jason and his new look, which we'll get to, and to kick off the Jason universe leading into the aforementioned projects we've all been waiting for since the 2009 reboot. But aside from having the feel of a Friday film, I don't know how I feel about Jason's new look. One, he's way too small. I don't know why they didn't cast a much bulkier actor to play Jason here. He is way too small compared to any previous Jason that we're used to. This guy's not that big of a person. And the other thing is his hockey mask, which, again, I don't know how I feel about it. It's not bad, but there are some changes. And when I was watching this on YouTube the other night, you can watch it on YouTube, this short, there were so many people in the comments bitching like crazy about the design in general of Jason, but specifically his hockey mask. Because his eyes, the eye holes in the hockey mask, they're not circular, they're not round. They're like angled on the side. Again, not bad, but a lot of people were really going hard on the mask. Can they change it? Leading up to the feature film that supposedly we're supposed to get next year. Sure, I can see them doing that. If they get enough, feedback from the fan base, I could see them tweaking the hockey mask and tweaking other aspects of Jason's design. This short is basically like the first 10 minutes of a Friday film, and then the last 15, 20 minutes of a Friday film, all condensed together into 15 minutes or so. You have the main character, Eve, who heads to Camp Crystal Lake with a group of her friends, including her boyfriend. And I did notice, and I'm sure it probably has to do with the rights, but there's a sign, the iconic Camp Crystal Lake sign that you see, but it doesn't say Camp Crystal Lake on it. It says cabins at Crystal Lake. So I don't know if they just changed it because time has gone by, whatever reason. We've seen Camp Crystal Lake, the name of it changed a few times throughout the series. Camp Forest Green, right, is what it's changed to in part 6, Jason Lives. So I don't know if it was a rights issue that they can't use Camp Crystal Lake, that exact phrase, or if it was just them switching it up. So Eve gets to the lake with her friends, and she ends up going into the water, and she gets pulled into the lake and drowned by Jason. And this is probably the most interesting thing about this short. Nothing to do with Jason. They basically imply that anyone who drowns in Camp Crystal Lake comes back to take revenge on whoever they felt, wronged them in any way. That's what's implied here. Because she got dragged into the lake by Jason in the daytime. And she ends up leaving the lake. It's nighttime. So I guess that there's some type of, Ralph was right. A death curse that the lake has, that you come back if you drown in there. I'm sure more than one person, Jason, has drowned in that lake in all these decades, and nobody else has ever come back. We've never heard a story about that. It's not important. It's not great. It's interesting and unique. It isn't something, though, that I would want to see in a full-length Friday film. The kills are pretty good in this. There are a lot of aftermath kills where you see the mangled bodies, which one of them is pretty cool with the guy who's disemboweled. I can't remember if we've seen somebody disemboweled like that in a Friday film. But the kills that we do see on screen look pretty good. Especially the standout is the motorboat propeller kill, which looks really, really good. And I haven't seen Zombie Holocaust, an Italian film from the late 70s, in forever. But I thought it was funny because somebody just recently brought that movie up. But the motorboat propeller kill is identical, almost identical, to a kill that we get in Zombie Holocaust. Or what's the alternate title? I always forget. Dr. Butcher MD is the alternate title for Zombie Holocaust. But yeah, the kills look good. The effects look good. It has that Friday feel. And we have a little twist at the end. I won't spoil it. Like I said, it's on YouTube. You can go watch it right now. It's only 15 minutes long. Is it anything great? No. But it is interesting. And like I said, it feels just like a proof of concept of what we'll be getting in the near to who knows how distant future in the Friday universe, or the Jason universe in this case. So check out Sweet Revenge. I enjoyed watching it. All right, guys, I have the rest of today pretty much free, so I can finally record Dog Day Afternoon. I watched it last night. Sidney Lumet's near masterpiece with Al Pacino and John Cazale. Can't wait to talk about that. And I'll be back from Mexico Sunday. And then we got Slasher September 4. It is the 4th year of Slasher September, which, like last year, there will be a trailer for Slasher September 4 coming in the next few days. But alright, guys, if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again. Take care, guys.